All right, we got 1Pocket here. We got Efren Reyes and Hillbilly Charlie Bryant. Charlie Bryant was one of the first pro players I ever noticed as being kind of bigger than life. He had a big giant break. He had his nickname. He always used to wear overalls, I believe. And Efren Reyes is Efren Reyes. He's been playing good in this tournament. Everybody's getting older, but he's playing strong. I still wouldn't count him out of anything, that's for sure. And yeah, oh my gosh, I did not realize that we have one chair behind the booth. So they will be flipping or lagging or arm wrestling or something to see who goes first, who's got the break. This is the first round of 1Pockets here at the Derby City Classic 2022. I am Mike D. Bad Boys TV is bringing you this. The tournament is brought to you by Diamond Billiards Products and Billiard Shopping Network, as always. OBQs is a big sponsor of this event. All right, here we go. So lagging for the break. These guys have probably played each other 1,000,007 times. Charlie's looks a little hard. Yeah. So conceded. See, again, between these two guys, they played each other. They didn't even need to talk about it. It is what it is. They both knew as soon as they let go. So Efren's got the break. It's alternate breaks. Race to 3. All right. Now he is, I'm going to say that's 7-8 inches from the rail, which is always good to notice. All right. Not the typically great break as far as getting the cue ball up table, just under the side or, a little lower than the side, but you know what I'm saying. But he got a fortuitous roll on that 10 ball that's blocking the 5. The 5 got very far over there. One of the shots I see is a cue ball off the bottom rail into the 5 and banking the 5 back to the 2. But I think that the 10 is a little close to the cue ball to make that realistic, and I don't think that's the great shot. But you could also combo the 10-5 real hard and hope something good happens, especially with so few balls leaking out of the rack. Now would be a time safer than it could be time. You could also do a 10-5 combo, put the 5 in the corner, 10 off the rail into the stack, and bring the stack towards you, towards Charlie. Be kind of an offensive, defensive shot. Okay, yeah, so he was going under the rail, and he did have room to do it. And that basically worked out. I would imagine Efren's going to come up with something cool here. Okay, so right away, the 1 ball bank might be a double kiss, but he likes that 9 ball because it sends the cue ball over to Charlie's side, to the safe side for Efren. Nice, and into the rack, and man, so that was strong. I got to replay that one because, yeah, I think he kicked that 4 out of there hoping that it would get bumped, and it did. Yeah, the timing of that was strong. So Charlie's married. He's not quite married to the 7, but he is not in a good spot. Yeah, now he has the super popular shot, and this is the 3 rail to get near your opponent's pocket. So I could see him going 3 rails in between the rail and the 1, coming around and hitting the 4 ball, I believe, that is near Efren's pocket. I don't know.
Charlie's on the left?
Charlie's on the right. Efren's on the left.
That's not the cue ball. Got it.
Right.
I thought this was the cue ball here.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Good point.
Can you see that whole 2 ball?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, I think you're right.
I think he'd be getting a bridge or standing on the other side of the table if he could. We've got to go by body language at this point. Every time I ask the players, they get annoyed. Can you see the two?
Charlie.
Can you see the left side of the two? Charlie.
I promise I won't tell Efren.
Right. Like it's poker. Now, do you remember Charlie as a bigger-than-life pool player who always wore overalls and had a break stick or a break program? He had a break something that he was promoting.
This Charlie Bryant?
Charlie Bryant, maybe a break video, a how-to break video.
I don't know.
Okay.
I might have missed that one.
I know. To me, he was the first pool player I remember that was kind of bigger than life. All right, that was a decent shot. As far as, I guess, if you're giving up the ball, the strategy here is you're trying to not leave him any angle to get anywhere. You're trying to leave him dead straight.
You're definitely playing this rail first, though, right?
Efren Reyes definitely is. He
Yeah.
loves rail first. Yeah, and I guess if it's me, I am too, and trying to get behind the 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, he didn't want to bump that. Man, I saw Mika at a crucial moment on the 10-footer yesterday play a long, long rail first shot. And, he sat there and measured it up and just, fired away. He had to play rail first and get all the way back up table dead straight.
Really?
It was wild. Beautiful shot.
I taught myself how to shoot rail first shots, simple ones, by watching Efren Reyes, because of watching Efren Reyes shoot them as if he's been shooting them since he was 13. Like,
Totally.
you just have to be able to go off the rail in a,
Yeah.
and it can't be a big deal because it just makes a big difference. And I thought, oh, all right.
He has really seamlessly transitioned all these different skill sets from the different games he plays.
Yes.
It's pretty neat. That's one of the magical things about him.
Including
as a player.
chess.
Including chess. Oh, that's kind of a rough outcome there. I don't think he can see that 7 ball. If you can see the hole 6, I kind of like just popping the 6, knocking the 10 towards your hole, and drawing back into the stack.
He's not looking at the 3 because he could bank the 3-ish and then leave the cue ball just sitting there. So he's got something in mind here. Maybe.
I know you're jacked up over the whole stack, but you can bank the 1 back at your hole, too.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if he's going to slide off the 6 ball and send the cue ball up table to the right, just as a safety shot. Everyone's got 2 right now.
Three, 6, 9, 2. Oh, yeah, there we go, 13. He just thinned off the ball, came back to the right side. Like you said, he just didn't go up table. Nukioi. He does. I'm curious to talk to him. Look forward to it. Anybody that has that much fun playing pool wins in my book. Well, Mike D, good morning. It's Monday. I think you muted yourself. Maybe I just can't hear you.
I did mute myself. Yes, it is. It's
Nice
Monday.
try.
Yeah, we're on day 17 of this tournament, I believe.
Yep, 34 to go.
Right, exactly. It is what it is.
Exciting times. I
First
walked
match
by.
of the day.
Yeah,
I play
first
at noon. I play Tony Bloom at noon, 1Pocket, and I'm excited.
Battle of the Northwest there.
Right, my goal today is to not mess up the score in 1Pocket.
Commentating or in your match?
Commentating.
Got it.
In my match, I got it covered.
Okay, I like that shot.
Yeah,
Get
that's
back
a
into the
good strong
stack.
shot. That's a good strong shot. Did he leave in the 6 straight back?
He did. I don't understand how players at that close proximity generate enough force without endangering the double hit.
I do know what you mean, although I do believe that he's got a ball width between
He's got more
those
room than it
two. I
looks
think
like.
he has more room than maybe we see. But yes,
Got it.
I agree with you. You got to really punch it and not double kiss it. And the more nervous you are, the more odds you're going to double kiss that puppy.
One of the things people have suggested to me is jacking up on your cue, shorten your bridge, and bring your backhand up. Just kind of bring everything shorter and tighter.
Sure. Yeah, and punch it. Yeah, I would agree with that.
See Tony Chohan playing next to Efren there. That's going to roll a little wide. Man, it looked straight on coming off.
They always talk about horseshoes and hand grenades. 1Pocket is the other thing where close kind of counts. You know
It
what I
does.
mean? Now it especially counts if you can get a hook, which he did not get a hook out of that.
The difference is a lot of people would say that's close, and that's not close. That's not 1Pocket close.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
a good
that
point.
speed
that's
is
very
so
removable.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
People are so much better at getting balls out of pockets than I am. Man, I played an opponent yesterday, and he was, full speed shooting balls out of pockets, controlling the cue ball.
Really. Controlling the cue ball, too.
Controlling the cue ball. He lost it a couple times, but
I pretend that I'm playing 9-ball for $1 million, and it's the 9-ball, and I'm like, oh, I could definitely miss this.
wow. Did you see
Strong,
that shot?
Yeah.
Same instinct there. I like it. Charlie taking down his first one. That's one where you kind of wish it didn't go in. It's a great shot. Kind of trying to pull behind the 10 ball here. Oh, and he's going to roll right up on it.
All right, we're at 2-2 now. Yeah, he's pleased he made a couple balls, frustrated with where he's laying, though. This is game 2 against this level of players. As slow as this game looks right now, at some point one of them's going to run 8 and out. And, and that's what Charlie's really, he just wants to get done with this game and win.
I walked by really briefly, and I just saw Efren kind of sitting there, and Charlie with a real stern look. It looked like he was focused. He was ready to beat him.
Charlie has been here warming up and practicing for a while, is the word, getting ready for his match against Efren, which, what are you going to sit in the hotel room and watch TV?
Not many times in life you get to play the best.
Yeah, you better go warm up. You're playing Efren. Anything that's recorded, too, I always take a lot more seriously.
Yeah. Well, that's a really nice play. He's got a lot of options over there on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, the 11-12 is kind of hindering the threats to Efren.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Efren's somebody really good at reading the stack, so going to take a look at a bunch of different opportunities. This is not easy action from here. Do you think he's going to kick behind the 2 balls?
God, well, I wonder. Now, my fear of going off the rail into the 11-ish balls, I would go one rail and take the foul and sit behind the 2 ball. He's not going to do that. But we're talking about what I would do. I like going one rail and just floating behind the 2 ball and probably taking a foul.
Yep, see, and that cluster is allowing Efren to play on that side of the table. You still leave it an option. You can.
And you were right about the 11 and 12. It meant that he was able to do something. He was not quite completely trapped. I agree with you.
And realistically, Efren might be in a better position right now. They talk about balls being turned, and at this point, all the balls are turned towards Efren's pocket.
Yeah.
It's a lot of lines towards Charlie's pocket. Unfortunately, I think he's going to have to do something defensive. You can play off this 13 ball, and that might kind of free those things up there. So thin off the 13, under the 14, and behind the 10.
Yeah.
You're going to sell a straight back on the 7.
Yeah, that shot looks so dangerous to me. I like this one, following the 7, putting the cue ball on the bottom rail. As I assume what he's doing.
And leave the straight back in the 8 ball. I'm a lot more afraid.
Yeah,
of
you're
leaving
right.
that
No,
back.
that's true. Maybe he's not going to the rail. Yeah,
there we go.
You're right.
Use the 10 ball. Efren's got a nice little pathway here off the 3 if he wants to get under the 2, and that's what I like. I like trying to play underneath the 2 ball there.
Yeah.
But, it looks nice with that little pathway of balls, but that's a difficult shot. Looks like he's going back up table.
I like that. Get on your half of the table and call it good. Progression in 1Pocket can be defined in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes just get it in your half of the table counts as progress, and you just have to accept that.
It's always funny to me to watch aggressive 1Pocket players say, well, but I can't just play safe all day. When if they would have played safe that one more time, it would have dramatically changed their...
Yes.
But you have that feeling at some point. You're like, well, I got to go.
I like playing 1Pocket players that I know only have the patience to play safe about 4 or 5 times. And that once it gets to 7 or 8 times, they start going crazy, and they just can't stand it.
And you do have to kind of just settle into a routine there. Do we have Peg Alliance film crew here again? Oh, my gosh. They're filming Shane. Is who they're filming.
Yeah, see, I question whether it is Alex's film crew. I think that was
It's just a 60 minutes thing.
I think it's a 60-minute thing on Pro Pool.
It's so funny.
Do you guys care about what we're talking about in 2046?
Well, anybody that doesn't, there's a 60 Minutes that came out 24 years ago.
Right,
and
in 2020.
It may or may not be interesting. Yeah.
It might not be, yeah. It was either great or you missed it, and don't worry about it.
Yep.
YouTube it and tell me how it was. Yes.
Also, Sarah Palin's back in the news. So I'm sure that's going to be relevant 24 years from now.
Is she really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. For what?
We don't need to get into it.
Okay. Right.
I just felt like that was a funny little whodunit.
Well, like a lot of things, I would say that it's not her fault for being her. It's the people's fault for thinking she's great. So anyway.
Alex is playing over there. I appreciate that there's no lighting crew today for the film crew. That was the thing that...
See, the lighting crew was the thing that amused me the most. I miss seeing that.
Well, I'll bet you weren't playing next to him. Oh, you were playing with him.
I was playing with him when they filmed us, yeah. I'm going to be a TV star. Have you not? You don't listen to what I say to you,
I'm not catching up, no.
I'm the star of 60
like
Minutes.
I'm paying attention.
I'm one of the new correspondents, I think. You should have heard my mom, man. My mom would,
I tell you what.
3,
6, 9, 11. We got 4 balls down, 11 up. Counts right.
I'm proud.
Me too. We're off to a good start.
Oh, dude, we haven't screwed it up in 20 minutes. Feeling pretty good. It's been 16.
Yeah. He's got a pretty straight dead ball hit on this 10 ball. So, I mean, if he just stops right there, there's not a lot of threat. You can get the 10 ball out of there, which is Efren's most viable threat. You don't really have it to move 3 rails, but you can knock it up towards the upper right-hand corner of the pocket.
Yep.
Or corner of the table.
No, I know what you mean, yeah. It's also a problem ball for him. It's a ball that goes to Efren's hole. He needs to move it.
Mm-hmm.
I have hit that ball before so hard that it went 1, 2, 3, 4 rails back to my opponent's hole.
Yeah,
have you ever done that?
Yeah.
And been like, oh.
When you're trying to stop something and you realize how much that takes. Yeah. That was a really nice shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any balls threatening. He's really got to do something to move his situation down there.
Yes.
To make all those balls a threat. Because leaving Efren the straight back when it's really consequence free. He knows Charlie's not shooting at his hole. It doesn't get him a whole lot. Well, when you punch out like that, it does.
Wowzers. All right,
Beautiful.
Efren's got a...
Efren getting 3.
Nice.
How do you like playing the 11 off the 12 here into the 13?
I like it. I like it because it moves some balls too. Now the problem is those balls are not to Charlie's advantage. And I have a friend who plays 1Pocket and says never touch anything that your
leave
opponent
it alone.
doesn't like.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, they'd probably pick a different shot. That would be one of my the lessons in 1Pocket I'm trying to keep in mind these days. You know.
Also, you can't beat Al Perez if you don't make balls.
That's seriously.
I read
you
that.
Can't. Yeah, that's real.
Efren's got just a straight cut on this 14 and seemingly an easy path to get back through the 113.
I think the wheels in his head are going, though. He's trying to figure out how to run out. You know what I mean? I think he's like,
and that doesn't get him out.
Yeah. I think he's got to clip that one ball just right, and then things loosen up. He can
That gets him way up table, too,
I don't think that's what he meant to do.
No, I think he wanted to move something.
Efren, you know. I'm not saying he's not infallible.
Infallible?
Infallible.
Yep. Oh, I'm going to give him that ball, though.
Let's.
All right.
Wow. I like to do that shot, but then scratch.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because just a tiny bit to the right, and that thing's in the hole.
And it rolls, dead in.
Yeah. Just floats in the pocket.
Man, if I'm Charlie right now, I'm going to move some balls away from my hole. I think I would thin off the 11 and go to the upper left hand.
I do too, buddy. I do too. Yeah. If I were him, I'd be tired of looking at off-angle combo.
Yeah. He's got a twister on this 8 here, and I think that's what he's going to try. It's a dangerous shot because you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to come into the 3 ball or you're going to come between the 1-3. I mean, to stay below that is pretty tough without hitting the 8 ball again.
Right. No, I agree.
So throw this with some inside. Gets underneath
Wow.
it. Moves the 2-ball.
Dude,
Really
that
phenomenal
was a great
shot there by
shot,
Charlie.
Well done.
That was touchy. Yeah, that was pretty, man. We're going to highlight reel
I
that.
like it. I bet if Charlie ever played alley, he'd just run out. He'd show Alvarez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He makes balls.
He may be looking at getting all the way out from here. Do you think the 7-1 goes?
I like the 7-1 more than this combo he's looking at, but it looks like the 13 might be blocking the 1.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, I think he'd be looking at that one.
I think he definitely has. He's trying to make a long-term plan for getting all the way out.
Got to draw off this ball to make sure you don't leave an easy cut.
Is he using right hand to break out that 11? No, okay.
Okay, so he was just playing inside to make sure he stayed down here.
Yes, okay.
It's a pretty good shot.
I think that English may have affected the shot. Tough to make a combo with a bunch of English, especially if there's a couple inches in between the balls.
And again, look at the cluster he's got down there. It looks
Yeah.
like the 13 goes, but still hasn't solved that problem. And with all the great shots he's made, it's still not getting him there. But he's got Efren in a pretty decent
Do you
trap.
think he can pop that 2-ball into the 13? Get them both out?
He's looking at something here, and it looks...
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, no.
I like how the cue ball sat. Boy, that was strong.
Well, he's fortunate that 13 didn't go in, and fortunate that it came back across table.
Yeah.
Efren giving kind of his signature, smile and head scratch.
Yeah.
Eee.
Crazy things happen in this game. Who
That's
could
right.
say?
I got lucky.
Yeah.
My friend Sheldon LeBeau likes to say, oops, perfect.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, actually.
Yep.
That happens a lot. Oh, yeah, straight in. That'll work, I guess.
Yeah. Got it.
I like to talk about things that our viewers don't care about, where people stare. I lost my cup the other day.
No, you
My
didn't.
cup
It's
with
right
the
over here.
balls.
It's on the desk behind that monitor over there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's so exciting to
I
me.
saw it yesterday, and I was wondering if you knew where it was.
I didn't know where it was.
Exciting
I thought I
stuff.
lost it, and I was sad.
All right, so if you're in the chat room out there, make sure we call off the search squad. Let's let everyone know Mike has found his cup.
That's right. The cup has been found.
I see Tony walking away, and I'm pretty sure he was playing a match.
Jesus, excuse me.
Did Tony just run?
Tony plays he plays so good.
I really want to hear that he had like a 32-minute 1Pocket.
Right, seriously. We watched him play Sky Woodward, and Sky plays good, and Sky banks good. I mean, this is not, my God. And it was a quick match. And I don't think, no offense to anybody, I don't think Tony was ever scared. I don't think he felt relieved to get the match. He does not have that air about him anyway. He's just a pretty relaxed guy. And he just confidently rolled over him and put his cue away and left.
Yeah. Later, Sky.
Yeah. We saw Sky before that match, and Sky mentioned that he was not thrilled with his draw.
And you got to think Tony's thinking the same thing somewhere deep down there.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course he is. I heard them both actually say, God, I wish I had drawn Mike D.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that.
This is too tough. Where's that Mike D guy?
Where's the soft draw? They don't call me soft draw Summerfield
Just
for
want
nothing.
to play gray-haired hippie.
I can see like a visible relief wash over people when they find out that I'm their opponent.
Oh, no.
They're like,
Don't say
"Oh,
that.
God."
No, don't say that.
Oh, it's pretty awesome. I actually appreciate it. Although I don't think that I have some air about me where I shouldn't be underestimated, but I do feel like being underestimated has worked to my advantage
Interesting.
multiple times.
Interesting.
Lee Van Gortiza there. Pretty phenomenal shot.
Yeah, Lee is. Yeah, he's a heck of a shot.
Do you look at the pictures in the rafters very much?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I
When
definitely
you're
do.
over there at the Bigfoot, look
Yeah.
up last year, and the picture that they chose of Lee, every other one, everybody's smiling, and Lee's like,
Oh, no.
terrified
I
look
haven't
on his
noticed
face.
that. You know what I did notice
It's a
is
hilarious picture.
Bustamante is he's a fashion forward guy. I don't know. He's a
Yes.
I don't know how you'd say it. He's a cool dude. One of the pictures, he's got his hand in his hairline a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he's moving his hair away from his brow, but
Yes, indeed. Well, here we go. 60 Minutes is back.
you gotta love you some 60. Oh, there's Following Shane. That's cool. Rick Jones is on. I like it.
Yeah.
That is very cool. Well, I think Poole needs some love.
I can't wait to see that boom mic go wrong. It's gonna happen. I mean, the guy's a pro.
If I'm holding a boom mic in this room, you're gonna have to pay me more, because there's
Right?
a lot of things above. All right, Efren. I said Charlie is putting Efren in tough positions consistently.
Yes, he is.
Efren's taking the 11-12
11-12
combo bank. Because, I mean,
Man.
of course.
Because Efren. Wow.
Because Efren, yeah.
And, I mean, misses that ball, but really makes that look like just a natural shot. And
Right.
There's nothing easy about that. Anybody out there who's ever shot a combo shot of any kind realizes that's not an easy shot.
Yeah. He left Charlie tough. Yeah.
I like banking the 13 over to my side and getting my cue ball between the 3-12.
Yeah.
Harder shot than it looks like. But
Yes. But the nice thing is you could even clip the 3 on your way up, and it would be okay. The cue ball is still going to get where you want it. Just don't hit the 1 or the 12. And I agree that that's a pretty doable shot. He does not like our shot.
Excuse me.
What do you think he's doing?
I think he's pushing through this.
Oh.
And that was pretty crafty. Nice shot, man. I like that.
Yeah. Geez. Yeah. My God. It got great results.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Efren doesn't like it. Now Efren has a 1 rail on the 15 to his corner, I think. And
boy, oh boy, you better be pretty good with that cue ball to not sell the 3.
from what I've seen, he's willing to sell the 3 at times like this.
Wow.
But you're right. He did get
What a
safe.
shot,
Yeah,
man.
very safe. My gosh. Let's give him a ball.
Let's do
what
it.
the heck?
I think he deserves it for that bank.
He's been playing a long time.
You
He's
get
worked
that
hard
ball,
for
Efren.
this.
Man, what a shot.
Burying him underneath the 13 ball. Yup. Man. Pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just putting on the pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually you get to the point where you're kicking long rail and nobody's happy.
Right.
Well, Efren might be happy. I don't know what to do from here. I guess got the 13. I don't think you have enough of the 1 to draw down there.
Can you take the 13 into the top of the 12 and knock them both out of there?
That's an option. And the 13's probably going to touch the 3 also.
Yeah. I would say no, because he's not even looking at it.
At this point, if I'm kicking, I'm not trying for a hit. No, he's looking at that 11. And this is a shot that can cost you the game so easily. Efren only needs 3. That 1 ball, I just feel like is going to knock him back to the right side. Sell a shot. I might take a foul and leave Efren under the 13.
I know what you mean. Yeah. He may be trying to just drop back between the 12 and the pocket, I think.
Man, if he touches that 1,
okay.
Gets there.
11 ball.
And pushing that 13.
That was strong. That was a great shot.
Very good shot.
Yeah, he protected his 11. Yeah, because if you don't
really turn that around.
Yeah, he totally did. Yeah, the ball counts 5-3.
Great shot, Charlie.
Yeah. Honestly, that could be a game-winning shot.
For sure. Charlie still needs 5. But yeah, that's huge. He went from being in a really tough spot.
Right. And now the balls are turned his way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't have those 2 balls blocking everything.
Just kicking right into that 1, leaving him on the head rail. I think that's smart. Create some distance.
Yeah. And he can't see the 3 ball.
Yeah, protects his 3 ball.
Yeah.
Good point.
You know, if you just drop me 2,500, that'd save you the work. You could go up there and drop it. She'll spend it.
Wheeling and dealing up here.
Sky Woodward.
Scott Woodward. I'm going to call this guy Paulie.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
buy that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Yes.
Hey. Oh.
Hey.
Boy,
Okay.
I don't like a shot here. Is he looking at the 2 and just following down underneath? And you'd like to put Efren where he was last
actually
time.
banking the 2 towards the? I see that line tells me he's actually banking it. That's the line the cue ball is going to take. I think is what he's trying to figure out. So that's a real bank.
That's
The
scary.
speed. I don't how this. Yeah, to get
Hitting the 2 ball
to
that
move,
thin to get it to move that far. How are you not going
really
to sell
move
that 3?
far? You're going to have to sell something out.
Unless you're trying to come under the 3 and then catch the bottom side of it.
Yeah.
That's asking an awful lot.
Well, I'm going to bet he has a plan that's different than what we think.
Charlie's come with some shots, though, man. It's been really impressive.
Wow.
Thinning the 7.
Oh, we doubled him up on the 2-3, maybe?
Now that 2 ball goes, but,
Oh,
yeah, created a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, where if, this is do or die for Efren.
Right.
And if he's already looking at the right side of the table, you know you've made a good shot.
Right.
Wow, nice shot.
I'm telling you, I did that earlier and I scratched.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
He knows something we don't know.
He might. He might.
If you want to really hit a ball, he's got a 2-railer here to draw down underneath the 3 ball.
Yeah, that's true.
Obi. Speaking of which, first round, 1Pocket here at the 2022 Derby City Classic. Brought to you by Obi Custom Cues, Diamond Billiard Products, Bad Boys TV. This is Mike D in Summerfield.
You better know it. You better know it. I just want our watchers to know, our viewers to know that 60 Minutes is now filming Jason Shaw.
Really?
Yes.
It's so funny.
Put in the comments how the episode was.
Yeah.
All right. Just banking it to his side, I assume.
Can we have a 60 Minutes table? Can we give them a room? I guess you want to see the whole room. If you're doing an exclusive on professional pool, this is the tournament, man.
I know, right?
This has got to be the most photogenic
Pros
tournament
all
out there.
over.
Bonnie Jones just looking at me like total idiot. She's on to me.
Oh, is he going 2 rails to his hole and dragging the cue ball down to the behind the 3?
I like that 2-railer.
You really got to hold that cue ball and drag it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. Good job.
Look at that
man.
shot.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Well, no wonder he shot it, huh?
Would have
So
been better if it would have hung up.
5-4.
5-4.
Yeah, it would have been better. That's right.
Yep. So knock the 3 over to your side and freeze on the 12.
Yeah.
Make sure you get to that rail, though. Nice shot.
Yeah, right. The
Didn't
last
wanna
thing you
hit
want
that
to do
one
is
quite
give up
that
the
hard.
foul. Yeah.
Yeah. World famous Rick Jones. What's happening, man? Happy Derby.
Right?
It's Monday, baby. We're on week 2.
Yeah, exactly. That's the joke.
Dude, Charlie Bryant is playing good. He's putting Efren in some spots.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he's working hard. Yeah. Efren trying to read the puzzle.
How hard does that have to be to just constantly be the person that everyone wants a crack at?
Oh, man. I feel sorry for him out in the hallways and
Oh,
stuff
totally.
with all the pictures. Yeah, that's just, jeez.
He is so kind about it, too.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, everybody wants a picture with him.
I totally not creepily got him in the elevator the last time we were here at Derby.
Okay, just a second. It wasn't creepy, but you got him in the elevator?
I kind of manufactured an opportunity for me to ride in the elevator with Efren to have a moment where I could say, "Hey, you mind
This is
if I
the
take a quick
creepiest
picture?"
story ever that started out with, "This is not creepy." So you got him in the elevator because you manufactured it. Okay, all right. This sounds like a Friends episode.
It's a weird friend. No. Oh man.
Jeez,
Is
in
he gonna
between
get-
those balls, man, and that was strong. Okay, so when you got him in the elevator, with just you and him, what'd you do?
I'm saying when I was walking, I realized he was walking behind me,
Mhm.
and you're making me give up my tactics here.
Right? No. I want to know what was. Tell me the interaction.
Oh, it was great. I just said, Efren, it's an honor to meet you. I've been looking forward to being able to see you play this. I mean, as long
Right.
as I've been playing pool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just was able to say, do you mind if I take a quick picture? And he was having one of his more exhausted moments, and it's just like, yeah, you can kind of tell he's like an old father who's like, you can't bother me in the bathroom, kid. Like, he's like, come on, pool players, let me have the elevator. Like, that's my time. That's all I get. So I felt a little guilty, but he was very kind and let me get a picture, and my itch was scratched, and I will do my best to never bother him again.
I saw someone selling Efren signed balls for $100 a ball,
Yep,
and I hope Efren got a cut.
I hope so too. I thought about bringing all those Derby cue balls back this time and getting some signatures.
Oh, that's
but
it. Yeah, that's neat. If you had done it.
That would have been a great idea if you would have done it. Here again, he's kind of clustering up that pocket.
Yeah.
And that's working in Efren's favor. I mean, I might, if I'm Efren, sorry, I might thin cut my ball back at my pocket and just go back up table.
Yeah. Now, I'm surprised he's not. It's probably because of the way the balls are laid, because I'm sure Efren can pocket that ball.
He's just
On the
going to kick
left.
behind it.
Yeah. He'd rather keep the pressure going, but see, that's the problem right there, is if you don't,
Yep.
now you just had an opportunity to pocket this ball, now you don't anymore, and Charlie's definitely going to hit it over his way. I wonder
Yeah,
if
but he
Lee will
clustered
go
them all up. But yeah, like you said, I mean, Charlie's got a great chance to break it out now.
Yeah, I wonder if Charlie will go into the rail, into the 12, and knock it back.
I like that shot. Yeah, this is not a bank.
Right,
That's definitely double kiss.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things that I like that somebody explained to me, I think it's a banking with a beard thing, is if the balls line up to the top of the pocket,
Yes.
it is a double kiss.
Oh, interesting. Yes, I'll buy that.
Or it's a natural double kiss. It doesn't mean you can't get out of the way.
Right,
It just means
right. Yes.
he looks like he's going under it. We saw him hit a great one of those earlier.
Yeah. And the nice thing about going under it is it could hit the one just right and pocket a ball for you.
Man, kicking is just scary.
Letting
There's
it loose,
no-
right?
yeah.
Just letting it loose. Yeah.
There's no worse feeling, too, than having 6 balls in front of your pocket and knowing you just sold out. the game.
Right. Seriously. Okay, I was wrong. All right. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, did he leave a window? I think he left a window.
I think Efren's kind of looking at the bank here. Banking the 3 into the 10.
Oh, they're filming Efren right now.
Are they?
They are.
Well, for good reason.
Yeah, right? Jeez.
Nope, left the window. You're totally right.
Yeah,
All right, giving him that ball. Going to 5-5.
A tough game, man.
Yes, it is. And yeah, I mean, he really takes the steam out of Charlie's sails there.
Right.
There's not a lot doing after that. He might have a bank on whatever ball is directly above the 1. But there again, yeah, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what he does here. He's come with some really great shots.
Hillbilly Charlie Bryant.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, overalls. He wore overalls. Yeah.
Huh. And he talked about break technique?
Yes, he had a break video, I believe.
What was his break technique?
Coil, as I remember.
Coil. coil?
Centered around coil, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. But other than that, I couldn't tell you.
So playing off probably the inside of the bottom side of the 13.
And just heading up table. I think he's going off the 12 and up table. But
I think
don't
the
know.
12 is easier if he's going up table. If he's trying to come back underneath these balls, I think
Oh,
the 13
you know what? I was
move.
looking at the 1 ball.
Mm.
Yeah, I was looking at the yeah. I was wrong.
I like getting up table. It just makes me nervous knocking that 12 anywhere that direction.
Right.
And if there's a way to knock, I was going to say bank the 1, 2 rails back at your hole and follow with the cue ball. It does look like he's going off the 12, off the 11. Almost gets to that top rail. Very nice shot.
Here comes Efren. He is on the left side. And again, this is the 2022 Derby City Classic. With
First
Summerfield
round.
and Mike D. Yeah, first round.
Yep.
Of 1Pocket. Yeah.
So, yeah, officially we're 4 days into this tournament.
Is that
right?
true? Is that right?
I think so. Because, yeah, I think it's, or
Was
maybe
it Friday
it's
it started?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep. This is the 4th day.
Wow.
3 days of banks, and then there's a little bit of overlap there.
Ooh,
Wow.
Ooh.
And that kind of control from that distance is just
Oh, my gosh.
really
so
hard for
to
most
do.
players to
Exactly.
understand.
Exactly.
I hope 60 Minutes got that one. Oh, they do.
They're there, huh?
So did they just shut down play on the tables next to him? Yeah. Oh, I'd love one. Yep, 60 Minutes here. And Efren and Hillbilly Charlie Bryant. That really does kind of say it all about pool right there. I love what an eclectic blend of human beings gets really bound and determined to get good at this game. And this Charlie fella has some really, really serious skills. Great strategy, and just made some really bold shots and executed really, really well. Probably playing the 2 rail here on the 10. Oh, man. That is a really unfortunate kiss there. It did look like it was getting back in that line. He really wanted to ease that ball over there and not overhit it. And unfortunately, he just didn't have quite the draw to get out of the way there. Efren's got kind of a free shot here with the 3-13 block in there. All right, trying to bank this back at his hole. No, maybe not. Just going to make that ball and roll up. Yeah, so making sure that he can't see the 1 ball there. Getting that ball back in play. Boy, if I'm Charlie here, I really would like to move my 3-13. It's not super convenient to. If you can thin off the 3 and come back up table through the 11-12 or 11-10, whichever that is, I like that shot. But, if you draw that line from the foot table, back up table, that's pretty tricky. Okay, playing off the maybe 3 rail in the 10 and drifting back down. Boy, that's a pretty sweet shot. Oh, 2 rail in it. Cut. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. And it's hard to explain to people how differently that ball is moving right now, 3 days into this event. When the cloth is slipping so seriously in the very beginning when it's brand new, that ball probably would have slipped right in. But that second rail catches so much more a couple days into this event. So starting with the 11 ball, the 10's free, probably ending with a bank on the 13. And he just couldn't get enough to get around it. Be interesting to see what Efren chooses to do here. It's hard to not take this straight back, but that's not going to give him enough to get out. And drawn back to leave himself the bank on the 13 is going to open up the 1. Maybe he can control it and leave it a little too sharp. You got to think that Charlie's pretty frustrated. Oh, he gets all the way around it. Misses the ball, but gets safe. All right, so 6-5 Efren. So that 313 is a little to the right side of the 1 ball. And playing the 13 into the 1 is going to yield some pretty good results. So I could see drawing off the 3 ball to try and make the 13 off the 1. Not hitting it too hard, though. Just moving those balls open. And hopefully freeze an effort on the rail on the left-hand side. He's looking at a different shot. He's looking at the 3 ball line off of there. That's really rearranging the furniture. Awesome. Mike D delivering coffee. Champion.
I would have been good at that job. I know that's a job where you go get people coffee.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I could do that.
You know what? My fantasy job was to shred paper in a paper shredder.
Really?
For like $100 per piece of sheet of paper. Yeah, that's my fantasy job. I like mindless, rote jobs.
He's kicking at it.
I could fold laundry for money too. All right.
Oh, man.
Nice
So
try. That was Charlie going for his hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good try.
He just tried a Z-bank and sold out. Efren wasn't able to get out, but he's played so contained this whole time, and I think that was a tilted kick.
Okay.
Yeah, you do hope you make that, but even if you do, it just gets you 1 ball. It doesn't get you out.
Yes.
And now you've sold Efren a shot.
Oh, and yeah.
Yep,
Back
that's
to
frustrating.
Charlie's side, too. There's 2 rails to Charlie's pocket. The 1 ball does.
That's the shot he just shot that got him in trouble.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I see Mitch Knuckles.
Mitch Knuckles, is he playing?
No, he's walking with a friend of his.
He told me he wasn't playing. He's just playing poker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would be surprised if he's not playing any pool at all.
That means girl. That means girl is what I'm telling you. This is
Got it.
Can't even. Anyway. Yeah,
You know what I thought was going to help was you doing that same motion more.
Well,
As though at some point it's-
signing, and then I'm pointing to girl and then doing the sign. Yeah, that's what it means. It's
I'm just staring at you,
I'm
blank.
getting nowhere. Yeah, but that's okay.
Big dummy blank stare.
Nah, you just didn't expect me to tell you it's the sign language word for girl, and I get that.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep it off, Mike. Kanye West had a girl. I heard Kanye West's new song today where he threatens Pete Davidson.
Wow, what a shot. He threatens Pete Davidson?
Well, he says he wants to. He says, yeah. Well, it's a rap threat. It's nothing he needs to take serious.
About Ms.
About
Kardashian.
beating him up. Yeah, he's gonna beat him up. He says it a little different, but that's what it comes down to.
I'm not like a real advocate for violence. I'm not even a big fan of, watching fighting, but I would pay, more money than most people would imagine to watch Kanye fight Pete Davidson.
Really? Yes, I would. I wouldn't pay money just because I can't. Here's what I do: is I let other people pay money, and then I watch on YouTube later. And I would probably just do the same with this. But yes, I would tune in for that.
I'm just saying, in the totally hypothetical fantasy where it came down to me making that happen, helping make it happen.
Yes.
I've got at least $50 on it.
Yes. My least favorite person to tangle with is someone with very long arms because they have such an advantage.
Dude.
Pete Davidson's arms look like they're 4 miles long.
That's huge.
Wow, that was a good shot, Charlie.
I'm going to give him the
Nice
highlight
shot,
reel for that
man.
anyway. Man,
Six,
barely got out of the way
6'5".
there. And that could have
Yeah.
been catastrophic, getting a kiss there.
Yeah.
When you come down the long hall,
Hmm. So how are you? Are you going to go rail bottom foot rail first, or he's just going to give him the ball? Got it.
Look at that. That's so brave. I did that. Well, I've done it twice. I did it once in this tournament and locked the guy up where that is. And then I tried to do it a second time, and I scratched it. Now I'm never trying to do it again. That's a good shot on your
That
home
ship
table
is
or on
sailed.
your on
Yeah.
the table you play in consistently. I think that's a great shot. If you just flew across the country to play on a table you don't normally play, maybe it's not your best move.
With brand new felt.
That's what I learned. Did you drink all that coffee?
If you took a plane to get here, no, I had a coffee. I just finished my previous.
I know I
coffee.
brought you the coffee. I brought it to you. Are you okay?
Dude.
I know you had a coffee.
Oh wait, the truth is, I still have
Out
coffee.
there.
The truth is out there. It's true.
Mulder taught me that.
I can't summon the X-Files.
We know
theme.
what you meant. We know what you were going for.
Got it. Good.
Respect.
Respect, man.
Efren, by the way, I want people to know, I've been here 4 days, let's say. Efren has had a different cue in his hand every time I've seen him play.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. I haven't
A
noticed that. at all.
wildly different cue. I mean, they're all shaped the same, of course, but I mean, we saw him playing with the Predator Sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did see that.
That's how wildly different the cues are.
A sport, but I don't know what kind of shaft it was.
I don't know. And then I think he's borrowing cues. Don't tell me that. He walks in the room, he's like, anybody got a cue I can use? Yeah, I guess, Efren. It's my break cue. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm fine.
That's
I
fine.
break cue. Let
Should
me
be
scuff
good.
the tip a little bit. Let's make this happen.
Man, that story that they told in the interview with him from 2020, where what's his name that was interviewing him? I'm terrible. Anyway, really important, a good friend of Efren.
Okay.
Got his shaft cleaned. He wanted a new tip, and he's
Oh,
like,
yes,
I'll totally
yes,
get
yes.
you a new tip." And I mean, takes his time, really make sure he does it well, cleans the whole shaft up. I mean, everything's pristine, and gives it. Oh, no rail. Gives it to Efren, and Efren just looks like you kicked his dog, and he's just like, what's going on? And he's like, man, you cleaned the magic out of it.
Right. I believe that was Mark Wilson.
Mark Wilson.
Mark
exactly.
Wilson in his interview from
2020 Derby City.
2020 Derby
Yep.
City. That's on YouTube if you guys want
Yep.
to look that up. It's actually really interesting.
I think it's the
Mark,
best Efren interview out
Mark has a lot of experiences with Efren that he can help not translate. Efren gets his point across, but Mark really helps it to be smooth storytelling, and so you get all the little details.
there. Yep. And it seems like it helps Efren just be comfortable and relaxed. In the
Yes,
atmosphere.
I think Efren a lot of that time spent saying, "Yes, that happened,"
Uh-huh.
which is
Yeah.
that's good enough.
And chuckling about it.
Yeah, and laughing,
Yep.
and I've seen interviews with him in Tagali, his native language, and obviously he has lots to say, and is much more talkative and descriptive of things.
I was interesting watching the translation with a couple of the European players up here where David Alcade was just kind of like, I have no idea what you're saying. Like, you can...
Oh, really?
Yeah. And was it Fedor?
That's a great shot. Jeez.
Man, that's a great shot.
Oh, Charlie, that was a great shot. And
I was almost going to give him a ball for it. Filler was translating for him, and they
Oh,
were
really?
cracking up.
Oh, okay.
The Europeans have a great alliance here.
This is the most international tournament I go to, and we had some tournaments. This one, it's crazy. It's probably very biased of me to say that I'm surprised in Kentucky you find such an international group of players, but I'm going to say it. I'm surprised that it's in Kentucky and not Vegas.
Yeah.
You think Vegas because it's easier to get to. It's
Right?
yeah, the airport's right there.
Yeah, you got to fly into Louisville here. Who flies into Louisville? And then take a
Yeah.
40-minute cab ride or rent a car. All right, this back cut, you kind of got to take it.
Yeah, he does. Now he definitely does want to scratch.
I don't worry as much about the scratch here. I I'm going to play this with inside and try and stay on the left side of the table.
Okay.
And at the same time, looking at it, I don't know why. It doesn't do me anything. But I want to hit this nice and soft to leave it by my hole if I miss. Yep. Even that. So Efren going to try and throw this ball right around those three.
Yeah,
the
I would
12
imagine
ball's pretty
so.
big from
Yep,
there.
Yep, I agree.
The nice thing about this drag is that you are using the contact-induced throw to throw it towards the pocket so you can hit a little higher up. Hits that ball perfect.
Nice.
Even hits on the high side of the pocket there.
That was strong. So that is, yeah, exactly. So that's his sixth ball? No, fifth ball, excuse me.
Six ball.
Sixth ball, okay.
6-6. And, I mean, this is not a great combo, but it looks pretty natural from here. And
Yeah,
I think
you
you
gotta
kind of
shoot
got to
the
play
combo,
it.
don't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
But again, that 12 ball is going to come back up table, so you want to make sure you stay on the right-hand side and not sell out.
I agree. Yeah, I guess this could be also your last shot of the game as you're trying
Yeah.
to slickly do a 3-ball combo that blows up in your face. Yeah, I don't know.
All of them off angle and one of them on the rail. Wow. Get in the hole. There's that 12 ball,
Yeah,
but
it's
when you're
leaked
Efren and
out,
you
but
drill
exactly. Exactly. The wrong shot is defined differently
that. Yeah.
with your effort.
All right, so are you taking the 1 and trying to make contact with the 10 to stay safe, or are you just shooting that 1 and trying to not think about it?
I'm shooting the 1 and trying to stay even or below the 12 ball. Even would be perfect if I could bank it. But I'm definitely maybe trying to touch it, but mainly just making sure I don't get above it. I don't want to leave the guy straight in. My God.
Mm-hmm. Efren looks like he's firing it. Yeah.
Nice.
Look out, corner pocket. Efren taking down game 1.
Wow.
In this 2022 Derby City Classic, this is round 1 of 1Pocket. Banks is still going on. What, we're in round 10 of Banks? Round
I
9?
believe, yeah, I think, 9 or 10. Yeah, I
Yep.
know we're past 8. Yeah. Did they do payouts yet? Did they figure out what payouts were?
No, it's a constantly moving target. So that's what he was saying. He said if he speculated, if he did the payouts the same as last year, he was $3,300 in the hole. So he has a whole purse to work with, and then he has to calculate, how it's all going to work out. So what he's doing is with the number of people left, he has to figure out how he's going to disperse that amount of money.
Okay.
First can only be, it can't be
Right.
below a certain amount.
Right,
and then,
right.
Or sorry, the first group of payouts can only be a certain amount. And then first place is dictated.
Right.
16,000.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I think they were basing that on a full field. It'll be interesting in 1Pocket because they have that disclaimer. It's based on a full field.
Right.
$10,000 added, but there's only probably about half as many. I think there are about 250 entered in 1Pocket.
Oh, is what? Compared to what?
Banks had 457.
Oh, I see. Full field.
And I think full field was 425 for 1Pocket.
Oh, okay.
Same with 9 ball.
Okay. So when, like in banks, when do they do the people that are already been out, like myself? Do you mean I got days to wait to find out what place I got and how much money?
I think you could ask today. I think he can probably establish. I think he said the first and second rounds are established, but the third.
Now, if I go up to the desk and I just start out with "Where's my check?" Do you think that's a good way to go?
I know those ladies, and I think probably not.
No, boy, I'll tell you what.
They're about as sweet as can be until you say something like that.
Yes, I've gotten a few looks.
I have one of these banners hanging in my pool shop.
Yes,
That
you
is
do.
pretty-
That's right.
You know, my favorite part about that is how long it took me to realize the reason she was willing to give it up. And that's because it was a misprint. Dennis's name is it's misspelled on
Is it really? Oh, that's so funny.
It's spelled Orculio instead of Orcolo.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's
I
like,
mean,
huh,
if you're
I wonder why
us.
she was so giving with this thing.
That's cool.
There's your answer. Man, and kind of similar situation here. Charlie has not a lot going to his pocket. It's all kind of lined up towards Efren's. Oh, hold up.
Ooh.
Cue ball got away from him a little
that's,
bit.
Yeah, I think they call that the Benedict Arnold.
Do they?
Some people do because it's your trader ball.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The trader ball. He's got to generate a lot of force in a very close proximity if he wants to get under that
It's
15.
stretched out, yeah, too.
I think you're going to see a bridge here.
I would hope maybe a bridge to pull back a tiny bit and then bank the 2 ball.
You wouldn't try and follow through to get down to the 15?
Not from that position. I'm afraid of following through. I like the draw better. Yeah, I like what he's doing.
Man,
Yeah.
you made that look easy. Hillbilly's here to play, man.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, no, I agree.
I hope we can love him. You're sure that that's his nickname is Hillbilly, Charlie Bryant? I don't want to keep calling him Hillbilly if it's going to be disrespectful.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
This guy's a
I do know it.
shooter, man.
I do know it. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of things I kind of make up as I go along. I actually Googled a couple things before this match. That's kind of homework we put into this. And, yeah, Hillbilly.
Okay, good deal.
Now,
I won't feel bad, and I
will
definitely
say
mean no
earlier
disrespect.
when I was calling him Charlie Bryant, or excuse me, Ricky Bryant,
Uh-huh.
I was wrong. That's the ref.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's nice and not here.
Yeah, I know. That's a bummer.
I prefer all the nice people are here.
You know who else isn't here?
Tell me.
All of the refs. There's 2. Are there 2 referees for
There's
this
2
entire
referees
event?
for the event. Yeah. You know what? Last time I was a ref. I was in charge of making John Schmidt be nice.
Wow. So you failed at your job? Is that what you're saying?
No, well, I was on the clock. John was nice and respectful.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Yeah. But to be fair, just so we're all clear, his opponent was also having some moments of not being nice or respectful.
Got it.
It was a mutually agreed upon thing to be kind of not nice to each
Oh,
other.
was that about the break incident?
No, it's about slow play.
Slow play.
No, that happened though too. When I
In
was
1Pocket?
involved in that. Yeah, in 1Pocket. Yeah.
Boy, that's the thing, man. I thought we were going to get called on it. Our match got started late, and then we had hour and a half long first game.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Charlie in a good position to get back behind this 10. 3, 6,
Yeah.
9, 12. Charlie's running on 3. Are you trying? Yep. You're trying to play forward and knock these balls also?
Yeah.
I kind of want to push up, though. I don't want to do a lot of top because I don't want to get stuck in that pack.
Right.
But you have to make sure something moves with the 413, or you're going to be blocked no matter what. Huge shot here.
Oh,
Wow.
look at that, man. That was strong. No, you're right. He came to play, man. This guy's dead serious.
Yes, indeed. All right, and 1 fell in that side pocket, so we're going to see 1 spot up after this turn if he doesn't get out. And at this point, I mean, Charlie's looking pretty good to get out. These are the 4 balls he needs. I think he's going to draw into that 5. Oh, I think he wanted a little more action
Yeah,
there.
he definitely did. And you could see him laughing at himself, chuckling away.
Man, and that's, I think, one of the keys to pool right there is laughing instead of scoffing.
Yeah,
'Cause if you
seriously.
once you get in that negative mindset,
Right.
bad things happen.
No, I completely agree.
5, 9, yep. 6 down, spot in 1. The nice thing is drawing off this ball, I think that draw will carry through to make contact with the 14 and probably slide up for the 5-2. Wow. I don't even know how many balls we're spotting, but he's got 6 in his hole. 6, 10, 12. So we're spotting 3 balls at this point? Yeah, because I think
Crazy.
1 went in both side pockets. Totally. Yep. Mike D's got his round 1 match coming up. That's exciting.
So fun. I'm so ready to play 1Pocket. I've been playing this game where I got to bank everything in, and 1Pocket I get to just put it right in. Now the problem is I can only use 1Pocket now, and previously I could use all 6.
It's true.
They keep restricting me, Summer.
It's a whole new challenge.
And at the end, they put 9 balls on the table, but I can only hit one of those
One of
balls,
them.
but any pocket I want.
And the truth is,
Tell
only
me.
1 counts. There's only 1 ball on that table that
That's
counts.
the only one that matters, yeah. I could make all the balls and miss the blue striped one. No,
Yeah.
excuse me, the yellow striped one.
Riddle me this.
Nobody cares. Okay.
Have you worked on your break at all?
No, you mean with the 9 ball on the spot?
Dude,
No.
not just the 9-ball on the spot,
Yeah.
but 9-ball on the spot. Oh, man, and he tried to ease that to just roll it up and went wide. So 3-ball spot in here. I don't think it's going to spot in the way of that 2-ball, so Efren's going to have a pretty open look at that 2 to bank.
I was in an event in Seattle where we had to break on the spot, I believe, of the Northwest Cup.
So this is 9 on the spot, but it's also got the 3-point rule. So 3 balls have to come above the head string.
Wow.
So
the head string, huh?
Yeah.
Not the side pocket.
No, the head string.
The head string. Nice
and
shot.
it's really
Efren.
hard. So
Efren's got a
what
ball.
happens is everybody wants to pocket the 1 ball because that's the easiest one to cut break and make the 1. Oh, they eliminated the box this year. That's the other thing. So it used to be really hard
That's
because making
right.
the
That's
1
right. You
got
couldn't
easier,
cut break. Yeah.
coming wider. There's no box, but the 3-point rule still exists.
Now, if you make the 1, do you still have to have 3 balls up there?
Yes. You have to have a total of 3 balls either in the pocket or above the head string.
Wow.
And we saw a lot of breaks where pocket 2 balls and nothing goes above the head string. It's brutal.
That
So you
is
got to
brutal.
hit the heck out of that ball. And it's something to watch for as a player. It's kind of hard to get in the mindset of doing that.
And so what if you don't do that? Is it ball in hand or just not your turn?
Your opponent has the option to take it or give it back to you.
To take what?
To take the shot that's left there. So if you break, you don't follow the 3. It's like 10 ball. Oh, they're interviewing Ken Schumann over there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat. Well, good. My God. We really could use some juice here. Pool's an amazing sport.
Yes, it is.
And it's starting to get really international. People I really feel like are starting to come around to it. We're getting rid of the hustling mentalities.
Mm-hmm.
You got people who are really, so many of these guys look like they just got out of the gym, too. You know, these players these
totally.
days, I mean, they are fit, ready to go. The legend.
Indeed. The one, the only, the consummate.
We had no idea he had long
Schumann.
hair. I feel like I've been tricked all these years.
Right?
Ken Schumann's been putting one over my head, man.
I don't know how he pulled it off.
He stayed real still.
Yep. Stay real still.
Till it's on your head, man.
Ken is such a stud.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Voice of the
doesn't he?
Derby City Classic for,
Right.
20-some years.
Seriously.
All right, so Charlie playing this 8 into the 6.
And setting it over to his side.
Maybe. You got to make sure not to hit this ball too hard. I don't know that I like it, man. I get it. Yeah, I mean, if he's going to stop the 8, I like playing off the outside of the 6 ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Me too.
But it's
And
pretty
center
hard to
both
not
over there.
pretty hard to not sell a
Oh,
bank
wow,
here.
he went.
Okay, and
Interesting. I
drifts
see
all the
what
way
you're saying.
down.
Okay.
That's a nice shot.
So he let the speed help get everything out of the way. That makes sense.
Efren probably going to knock the 8 to the upper left-hand side of the table and draw the cue ball down to the foot rail. Making that a bankable ball for him and blocking off the 5-6.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that was a good strategic shot right there. Yeah, I think if you're Charlie, not only do you need to move that 8, doesn't the 8 bank to his hole?
Yeah, but not if you put the cue ball down there by it. I like that. So he's trying to freeze on the
That's
8
smart.
ball.
That's smart.
Man, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, and he may have got the hook even.
Yeah, I don't think you can see the 14. Efren
that's
can do a
awesome.
lot from there, though. Looks like they're taking a break.
Yeah, Efren is walking away. He's had enough.
Over it.
I think we just saw Efren retire.
Oh, I think it's going to take more than that. Yeah, well, it's been real. Mike D, go get it, man. So you're stuck with me. This is Summerfield Abner coming to you somewhat live from the Derby City Classic 2022. This is first round action. Efren Reyes versus Charlie Bryant. Efren's got that first game, and man, it was a barn burner. Charlie's definitely putting the medal to him. This event brought to you by OB Custom Cues, Diamond Billiard Products. A lot of people don't know this, but this is pretty much a Diamond-sponsored event. They make this thing happen. Go get him, Mike. I say go get him, but he's playing a friend of mine, Tony Bloom. Tony is another terrific player out of the Eugene area. I think this might be Tony's first time at Derby. Spends a lot of time on the pool scene, put a lot of love into it. So cool to see him here. Mike, a player out of the Portland area. He made it up to round 5 in the banks, which was pretty exciting. Yeah, and again, I think we're round 10 here, playing banks. I believe that, I don't know if this is interesting to anyone, but there were 457 people starting the bank pool tournament. At round 6, there were 170 players left. And I believe at round 9, there were 31 players left. For those of you who don't know, it's a double elimination tournament. Well, it's single elimination, but you have an option to buy back for $100. So you buy in for 160, that gets you 1 loss. Once you lose once, you have a chance to rebuy, and you have another life, essentially. And every round is a new draw, so there's no bracket. So that's why it's difficult to show results, to do anything like that, because it's just a big, long list of players who are pulled out of a hat, and that's their match. All right, like I said, they're on break. I'm going to go on a little break here, too. Thanks for tuning in here at the 2022 Derby City Classic, Summerfield with Bad Boys TV. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Efren coming to the table. I tell you, this game 1Pocket, it's really easy to... You're shooting every other shot a lot of the time, so it's really easy to kind of just get in that rhythm and not pay attention to our essential needs as human beings. And sometimes you got to say, man, I have got to go to the bathroom. So here we are, Efren clearing out Charlie's pocket, leaving him pretty close to the rail there. Charlie has come with some really, really creative shots here. This is an important time to not force something. I think knowing when to come with a shot is just as important as knowing when to lay up. So he's trying to get back down to the rail, makes good full contact to make sure those balls don't come back up table. Efren's kind of got a free straight back here if he really wants to push through it. I don't think he's going to shoot that, though. This is one of those things where a lot can go wrong and only so much can go right. So he's down 3-6. He's got to get something doing, but I don't think this is the shot to force something for Efren. Okay, looking like he's going to thin off the 6. Make the 6, come back down table. And picking out those lanes is really important, figuring out the best way to get back all the way around that table. And bringing Charlie back to the table. His bank lanes are pretty closed at the moment. He may very well be trying to come around the 14 ball. Nice shot there. That kind of opens up a little bit of his bank lane. That 8's still pretty dangerous. I think I might thin off the 6 ball and come back up table, off the right side of the 6 ball and come straight up and down the center of the table. He could play off the left side of the 5 and wrap around the 9-14 there. I'm thinking very safety-minded at this point. I think that Charlie's come up with some really creative ways to get offensive right now. I'm kind of in survival mode at this point. I don't want to be the one swinging for the fences, especially when I'm up 6-3. Again, moving some balls to his pocket, or to his side of the table anyway. It's a good move. A good way to think about this in 1Pocket, though, is those balls are really only a threat if he finds a way to get behind them, to get on top of them in that upper right-hand corner of the pocket. So Efren's got a whole lot of places he can play safe, and unfortunately, he's really blocked off his bank lanes from there, whereas Efren's got a wide-open table. Unfortunately, nothing freed up to bank unless he can see that 5 ball. If he can see the 5, he might take a risk and bank that ball. He's got to make sure he gets clear of the 8 and of the 14. Takes a swing at it. Boy, that... Yeah, that sells the 8 and sells the bank on the 5 for the win. If I'm Charlie, I'm pretty thrilled right now. I think he's got to shoot this 8 ball. I'm not sure what he's looking at over here. Yeah, I know that the 5 is a threat, so if you miss this ball, you're selling out a ball, but I think this is your time to go. But he may be looking more cautiously. He may be trying, if he's got the full 14, he could bank that up table. I think the 6 is hindering his shot on the 14, though. I do not understand. I don't think there's a chance he doesn't see the 8. All right, and I mean, that's a great shot. Puts it right down by his pocket, puts a ton of distance between Efren and the ball. Unfortunately, this is a shot that 1Pocket players love. It's hard to aim a lot from that distance, but hitting the edge of that ball isn't as hard as it looks. And when you're rolling it right at your pocket, if you're smart, you can keep that 5 between the cue ball and your 14 ball. Looks like Efren might be looking to freeze him behind the ball. I tell you, you're really confident with your cue ball if you are playing safe from that distance. Okay, so doubling him up, kind of trying to force him to swing at a ball. I like that. Efren's trying to find a way back into this. He needs 6 balls. Sorry, he needs 5 balls. And he kind of needs Charlie to make a mistake here. So, and I think it's kind of messing with Charlie a little bit. At this point, I like banking the 6 towards my pocket and getting behind the 1-11. If he has enough control to do that, the more you can do to get balls over there, the more threat you have for Efren, and the harder it's going to be for him to defend against that. I mean, even if you bank this ball long, freezing on the 9-1 or the 1-11 is the important part. Wow, holy cow! And I doubt he meant to get all the way in the jaws there, but that worked out real well for him. At this point, that bank got a whole lot harder for Efren. The 5-8 does not look great for Charlie. Here we go. Efren might not take the risk to bank that ball. Yep, he's just going to kick it up table. And just that little bit, I think players don't understand how much that buys him. That's a whole lot of room there. It makes that bank easier from a lot of different places on the table. I'm stuck. I'm like fixating on back banking that 6 ball at my hole, trying to figure out how I can get it to catch on that rail enough. I don't think I have the skills to do that, though. I guess I need to quit focusing on making that ball and just realize that knocking it out of Efren's side is the key. I don't want to sell the bank on this 14 ball, though. Unfortunately, overhit that ball. And that might be the opening Efren needs. It's kind of a natural line to get up and behind that 14 ball also. But again, you gotta really make a decision to make this ball. Oh, he was trying to hit it. All right, so drills the shot, misses the clip on there, but leaves himself a perfect bank here on the 14. Probably going to play the 5 next if he makes this ball. Very nice shot for Efren. 6-5, and man, that's how quickly it can slip away. This would be a dangerous shot if the 8 ball was not blocking that side pocket. Still got to be cautious not to sell the 8 if he misses the bank. All right, so playing real cautious. Very nice shot. All right, and Efren within striking distance, making it 5-6. A lot of new faces here today. Like I said, 1Pocket event has begun. A lot of players didn't even play on the first day, which is pretty wild. I get to play my first match. And yeah, this is the dream tournament, man. If you want to play 1Pocket anywhere, it's Derby City Classic. I think Efren might kick behind this 8 ball and kick it at his pocket. Nope, just going to intentionally miss. Get down to the foot rail. That's a nice spot. I don't know what this guy's name is, but I watched him play banks yesterday, and he is a beast. This bank pool event is so much fun. Kicking behind these balls, that scares the heck out of me. Just thinning off it, okay. Scares me too. Selling a straight back. Efren not even looking at it. Looks like probably thinning off the 9 ball and coming back up table. Getting yet another one over on his side. Shut down that bank lane, unfortunately. Charlie got to be a little frustrated. He let those 2 balls slip out. But at this point, you really got to stay the course. Like I said, he's come with some really, really creative shots, but you want to hold on to that lead in this game. He's 2 balls away from winning this one. And he can't go down 2-0 against Efren. He just can't. And yeah, he came here to win. There's a lot of players that you see, they come here and, I mean, they want to win, but they're here for the experience of playing great players. And Charlie, I'm sure, is enjoying the experience, but he's here to win, man. And the way that he's played against Efren and attacked some of these shots, I've been really, really impressed. Looks like he might try to pocket this 9 and maybe get under the 11. He's done a really good job getting under. Oh, he's trying to bank that ball. Yeah, that one's a hard one to not double kiss. Yep, leaves Efren a pretty free bank here on the 8 ball. There's also a free one on the 9. I can't say free. It's free on the 8. It's not quite as free on the 9. But the 9 ball is, to me, a simpler bank. Yeah, I think he's going to take the 8 ball and then bank. Then take the bank. So just trying to lay this one right in front of his pocket if he misses. Not at all what he's trying to do. Trying to drill that ball. Went a little bit wide, but got it out of dodge. That leaves Charlie. Pretty tricky little throw bank. It's close proximity. He's already double kissed a couple of these. He probably doesn't want to force this one. But he's coming out to shoot, man, so maybe he does. These are some of my favorite banks to watch. These close proximity, just cue ball barely slipping out of the way. All right, just making that 11. I was thinking he might thin off the 9 and get under those balls, but getting something back up table. Again, kind of leaving Efren a free bank on this ball. Yeah, I think I like banking the spot shot here. It doesn't look like that's what he's going to do. I have a hard time not thinking I'm going to sell the spot shot if I bank the 5. And I'm not so worried about making the spot shot bank as I am about putting it right in front of my pocket. Not shooting, just getting down to the foot of the table. Yep, no one to hold him, no one to duck. And yeah, I guess he's seen Charlie force a couple shots here, and maybe he's just reminding himself he doesn't want to be the one doing that. I mean, after playing bank pool for a few days, this 11 looks pretty juicy. Unfortunately, that cue ball's going to be coming back at that side of the table. And again, you're shooting for 1 here. Wow, nice try. And that worked out really well. Good control, gets him back down to the rail. Excellent shot. All right, Efren here. Don't think he's going to take that shot on the 1 ball. I kind of like to bank a thin clip off the 8 ball and come back up table, get that out of my way. He got it out of the way. Boy, sells a very makeable bank here, though. This is a great opportunity for Charlie Bryant. 2 balls away from this win. The other shot that's here, well, maybe not. I was thinking 3 rail on the 5 and freeze to the 11. Hey, morning. Old Paul Smith showing up, the director of this event. One of the many directors. He wears many hats, many stocking caps. Charlie Bryant drills that ball. Oh, man, it was close. And again, that whole close counts in 1Pocket is really true, but we can't call that close. He's almost a diamond away. And this is a makeable bank here. Not sure if Efren will take this. The way to shoot this bank is either with a bunch of speed or with some outside. Outside would probably get him behind the 11-5. And the way he's been playing, this is pretty safe. Oh, wow, he almost wedged in there with the 8 ball. Interesting. Gets there. This is a harder takeout for Charlie. Probably going to pass on the left side of the 9 ball here. Nice shot. Put it in the cluster. Efren going to knock this probably 9 ball over to his side of the table. Look out, corner pocket. Look out. Whew. Nice shot. Boy, that was a close one. One of the things you really don't want to do in this game is scratch. Working backwards. Charlie going to play off the right side of this 9 ball, come back up table. He likes the pack. Neither player really playing very offensively at this point. I mean, there's not a lot to do offensively at this point, but same shot. Might play off the 11 here. There you go. He might have sold a 2-railer on this. That 8-ball's scary, though. He also might have a straight back here on the 1. Just putting it back over there. Ooh, man, he could have clipped off that 5 and made that. That would have been scary. Yeah, somebody's got to get somebody to make a move here, because they're both patiently waiting this out, which is a really good tactic in 1Pocket, kind of forcing your opponent to make that mistake first. And when there's nothing doing, there's really nothing doing. For Charlie here, I kind of like making the 8-ball and putting it up table, or leaving the cue ball on the head rail, excuse me. Oh, man, he tried to Z-bank that ball in, and he just drilled it in the side. So there you go. That's kind of what we're talking about. Ends up selling a shot, and it may just be 1, but that's going to get him to 6-6. Both players would only need 2. Got to like Efren to make this spot shot. Man, that's a heartbreaker. Hit it with get-out-of-town speed, though, and he didn't sell out. He did leave a straight back here on the 9 ball. Efren disappointed, as you can see, but a smile on his face as always. But a wide. Nope, that's in. Nice shot there, Charlie. All right, getting to 7-5. Charlie just needing 1 to go. Definitely got away with 1 there. All right, thinning this. Going to make it bankable for him. Get back up table. This is a 1Pocket bank. He's just going to tie those balls up. Rick Jones figuring out headphones over here. Going to be joined in the booth by the one, the only, the infamous, the famous
What's
Rick
up?
Jones.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing good.
Good. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
How was breakfast?
It was good. Good. We forgot to eat yesterday.
Can't do that.
I know.
That's important.
Had a bourbon turtle when I went to bed.
That was it?
Yeah.
No way. You are nuts. You do love
was
those bourbon
busy.
turtles. I think that ball rolled off on him. That was, man. It definitely looked like he was making that 8-ball.
Kind of hard to tell with this little angle there.
It really is tough. I got to ask you, what are your thoughts on Ken Schumann's ponytail?
Hey, I mean, you know.
Looking good, man. I had no idea that dude had that much hair.
He didn't either.
Yeah.
apparently when COVID hit, his barber went out of business and then decided just to retire. And apparently Ken Schumann can only have his hair cut by one dude.
Is that true?
That's what he said.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
he's like,
hilarious.
I don't trust nobody else. I'm like, well, I got scissors.
That's so funny. I think it looks really good on him. He does look remotely undercover. You know, like
Yeah, a
Donnie
little bit.
Brasco-ish.
Yeah. This is pretty funny. It's funny, you know. I mean, I get a little more set in my ways the older I get, but that's a little on the extreme side.
From a dude that you only ever saw like completely clean shaved. I mean,
Yeah.
well
yeah.
manicured and in a
Preppy
suit.
boy look.
Yep.
Then he comes in here looking like Jesus. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I don't think I just missed one. Charlie's up there spotting something.
Yeah, they shot a ball into the pocket.
Okay, I think he was just respotting that.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like, I don't know, he's probably going to make this 3-ball.
Yep. Go ahead and add to the train.
I kind of like drawing back to the center of the table here. I care more about being right on top of these balls than right on the rail in this situation.
Right.
Well, everything's going smooth. Good.
Sure.
Good
yeah,
derby.
Yeah.
Sure.
Going awesome.
Great job.
Oh, he hit that almost perfect.
Charlie is bringing some heat. I don't know much about this guy's game, but he's playing really good.
Charlie, yeah, he's a strong player.
Apparently,
really strong.
his nickname is Hillbilly Charlie Bryant, so I'm really hoping that that's not an offensive thing to him. But Mike assured me it's not.
Yeah, no. That's
Oh, good.
hillbilly. Yep.
So you're going to kind of hope to see this 5 and 8
Interesting.
come back together. All right.
Kind of just like looks like a freebie for a bank to the 8 across.
Yeah, he wanted to see that 8 come back over. Oh, Efren just missed a spot shot against him, too. It would have been 6-6.
Yeah, you know, I've watched Efren my whole life, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, age is gonna hurt the game a bit, but you know, me and Bonnie were just talking about it. You know, it's like, yeah, it's hurt his game, and you know, his age is getting down the hill. This is a freebie.
Well, I mean,
this could be a game.
But I'm heartbroken for him.
Efren can still beat everybody in the room.
Totally.
You know, I mean, it's a lot harder for him to do it now, but
Well, and just, I mean, the longevity. These tournaments are not easy. These are long days.
no,
and,
if you
I
look
mean,
at Efren's history from him being at Derby and his wins and losses, clearly he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But what is
Certainly
Efren
not just
now?
Derby.
He's 68, 70. It's got to be,
He's got to be in his 70s.
and he can compete with all these guys.
Well, and you
It's
see it right
sick.
there, 3 and out. Gosh, Charlie's just kicking himself. I like the idea there. It looked like he was trying to double him up on those balls, but it just takes so much touch there to pull that off.
Right, yeah, that was a really high-risk shot.
And
I
Charlie's
was surprised he didn't take the 8 cross corner with a lot of inside spin, right? Bank it over, let the cue ball go up the left side of the rail.
Yeah. Charlie's taken some really high-risk shots, but he's executed really, really well.
Right.
He's been close in both these games, though, but, man, going down 2-0, that's a hard place to be. Against the
Against
GOAT.
the GOAT.
Goat swimming amongst sharks. We were talking earlier on about just how hard it's got to be to, be a competitive player for 40 years and be the guy that everybody wants to take down. I was watching Charlie, and you could see Efren's just kind of casually looking around.
He's so chill, though.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Like, I've been watching from the tournament desk, and
Mhm.
Efren will go sit down, and he'll, like, just start scanning the room, and
Yeah, he's looking around.
just, like, and just chilling, you know?
Mhm.
Like, when it's not his turn at the table, like, he's just taking a break, right? Mentally relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
Just scanning the room, not focusing hard on the table. And then you can see as soon as he gets up, starts walking to the table, it's like back, you know. You ever see the game or the movie, The Love of the Game with Kevin Costner?
Totally. Yep.
Yeah. Activate the mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
every time I see Efren, that's what I envision in my head. is when he stands up and starts walking towards the table. He just turns the mechanism back on.
Yep.
But when he's not at the table,
Well, and to be able to turn it off, I mean, really says a lot for your ability to survive these events.
Turn it on, turn it off.
Because, yeah, maintaining that level of intensity, that level of focus for that period of time is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it looks like they might be on their break here. I might do the same, stand up for a minute. We're going to be right back
I'm
here.
going to step over here and turn on this TV over here for a second.
Sounds good. This has been Rick Jones and Summerfield Habner with Bad Boys TV, coming to you live from the 2022 Derby City Classic. This is round one, Bank Pool, Efren Reyes versus Charlie Bryant. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back. right. You can't see it at the table, but we got Charlie Bryant back at the table. Still here in game number 3 after the break. And, yeah, I would have taken a break after this also. Man, sometimes these things can be so hard fought. My first match was a really long one and really could have gone either way. Played a terrific player out of, I think, the Ohio area. And just a really good guy. And we had a couple of rule discrepancy issues, but worked through it. And, man, after an almost 3-hour match, I got the fortunate side of it. That's a rough kiss there. Worked out in his favor, but, man, that was close. Jason Shaw charging his earbuds up at the station. Hilarious. Efren shooting out of his pocket here, leading 2-0 here at the 2022 Derby City Classic. This is round 1 pocket. Nice shot there. Leaves a window to the 2-ball, and that's the first thing that kind of needs addressing. The hard part about that is you really don't want to sell the 6. So if you have it in you to knock that 2-ball out of there and follow that cue ball up behind the 5, I think that's the move. But I tell you what, Charlie has come with some shots that I didn't see at all. So let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Looks like he's thinking about that 9-ball. Maybe thinning off the 9 and sliding down underneath the 2. It's a scary line for me. That does knock something towards his side of the table, though. You want to stay under that 2. You don't want to sell the 6, and does so very well. We've got a very vocal descriptor over here. He's playing this twist, huh? Wow, turn ball, turn. Efren not able to turn that ball quite as much as he would have liked. And puts him back in pretty much the same position here. Tough shot here for Charlie. He'd like to get something doing on his side of the table. It'd be nice to play off the high side of that 15 ball and knock that 4 a little bit. It looks like that's what he's trying. You just want to hold up. He can't get past that 2 ball. Oh, man. And he's in luck. Luckily, enough of a threat there on his side of the table. Like, Efren can't really just take this 11 freely. Or maybe he can. Or maybe he's going to be able to bank that 11 and come up under the 6 and not sell the 4 or 11. Boy, that's some close proximity banking. And maybe he has the high side of the 4 ball. It looks like he does. Don't play the low side. Man, and it's such a good shot. It's crazy how dramatically different it is in execution when you're frozen to that 11 ball versus where he is right now. Charlie's got a pretty good window here to work with. I like kind of banking the 6 ball high and following my cue ball underneath the 2 ball here. It's a scary shot, though. If you catch the bottom side of that 2 ball, it's a very scratchy shot. Okay. Didn't get through there, but moves both those balls. This is a freer bank for Efren, but it's pretty low. He's got to put a lot of spin on this ball. What we were talking about earlier in the week is this rail cloth is so slick that it's really hard to generate enough spin to throw that ball. Okay, he's going to come off those balls. Man, and Efren building a stack here. It's getting harder and harder to get through there. It looks like he's got a window between the 3-4. And I think he might kick through there just under and tap the 12 ball. Nice shot. Even freezes the 12 to the 6, which can be a really, really effective shot. trapping a player in their own pocket can be so effective in this game. Because, yeah, Efren's got to shoot away from his pocket to try and get to a position where you can't get back into his pocket. And, yeah, there's definitely windows at this point. Unfortunately, he's got 46 balls by his pocket, and that makes it pretty tricky for Charlie to dance in there. You might be playing off the 12 ball here again as much as you don't want to move it. Doesn't look like it. Okay, playing off the 15 and down between the 2-11. Wow, nice touch. And yeah, not forcing anything. Charlie not afraid to shoot when he's got an opportunity, but playing really, really smart here. He's got to get his way out of Efren's break here. So far, nothing doing. He's got 1.5 balls on his half of the table, and yeah, there's not a lot happening offensively. Fortunately, there's not a lot happening offensively for Efren here either. A couple strange clusters. And if Charlie can just kind of force him to continue to move balls out of the way here, Efren trying to get him way down table. And yeah, once he gets to the high side of that table without selling anything out for Charlie, that's when it's going to get even harder for Charlie to work his way in there. All right, playing off the top side of the 2 ball here, it looks like. It's probably cue ball off the 2 into the 12. Took a swing at it. Almost got away with it, man. I think Efren can back at this ball, though. But boy, oh boy, I mean, we were looking at a clear run-out table, and Efren not in a great situation to run this out. That being said, we are talking about the greatest pool player of all time, in many people's opinion. The man, the myth, the hairdo, the legend. Cutting it, probably going to catch the thin side of that. Oh, shit. Sorry. Shoot. Gosh darn it. And misses that ball. You know, he hit that ball so hard, it's easy to imagine that he may have jumped the edge of the ball. Mike was making notice that Efren's played with a new cue every single day. He was playing with a jump butt the other day. Today, I'm not sure what he's got there. But great opportunity here for Charlie Bryant to turn this thing around, down 2-0. Oh, my gosh. And didn't want it. That's a heartbreaker. You know, both these players have played so good so far, and both of them showing maybe a little bit of fatigue or just a little lapse in concentration. All right, playing off the 2 ball. Ideally, he would like to be on the bottom side of that 13 ball. Maybe not. He wants to be backside of the 5. I talked a little bit about balls being lined up towards your pocket, and Efren's in kind of a tricky spot here because almost nothing's lined up towards his pocket. It's really easy for him to defend against from there. He's probably just going to blast that 12 ball up table, freeze the cue ball right there. Mike was talking about that. Sometimes you end up 4-railing that back at the guy's hole. Kind of gets away with one there. Efren looking at that cut, but, man, I don't think Efren Reyes would take that cut. I like the bank on the 13 ball here. You're going back up table where you want to be. You can disrupt the 10-11, which is kind of a funky little combo at this point. Okay, so bank this 10 a little bit wide. Nope, just kiss off it. Keep him shooting off the rail. Just saw Mika come by. I saw Mika take the funniest shot I've ever seen in my life. He was out of extensions playing the Bigfoot Challenge, and he was backed up against the table and had to get so far behind this ball to shoot it that he had the cue ball or the cue stick up above his head, pulled all the way back against his torso. He even tried it behind his head at one point, but ended up firing this ball, drilled it, got out. It was pretty sweet. Not a great story, probably. All right, making this 5-ball. Yeah, boy, I don't want to leave him shooting from there. He missed one spot shot. You're not going to get him to miss another. Hey, Paul, what round are we on with Banks? 10? The 9th? Okay. Sweet. All right, so still round 9. Charlie must have got a rail there. Looks like he's got a pretty natural cut for the 14 down table. You kind of want to miss this one a little bit shallow. Just lay it up there, cue ball back about where it started. Oh, he doesn't want to let Charlie see it. All right. Charlie's work here is clear. Get that 14 ball out of there. The other option he could do here, I don't know. Banking the 7 ball. If you can stay left of the 11 and bank the 7, you got to get something going offensively here. Wow. Boy, and that is a heck of a stroke to stay up in that pocket. Nice shot there for Charlie Bryant. Leaves Efren shooting out of his hole. Boy, and he even got a point hooked on a bunch of the left side of that table. Thinning off the 4 ball here. Opens those balls up. Really important move there for Efren. Yeah. Looks like he theoretically could play the bank on the 1 ball here. It looks like he's got a gap between the 2-6, a natural way to get back up table. He's just going to play the backside of it. Man. And I tell you, got away with one there, too. He almost lurches a 13 ball up there. That's almost an offensive ball for him and blocks those things from Efren. Doesn't look like he's got a back cut on the 7. Man, that's so close to being ready to roll. Maybe he does have it. That's a pretty tough cue in position there. And Efren going right into this pack here, too. All right, great shot. Stuck shooting an off-angle combo here with the 13 ball as a clear threat. I mean, to me, this looks really difficult. To Efren, not so much.
What's up?
Do you shoot this off-angle combo?
Yeah. Yeah, because he could pull a cue ball back to the 1 if he wants to.
Yeah.
Right? Off the...
I guess my shooting percentage goes down a lot when I do that. Wow. Get open. All right, 3 ball still goes.
3, 2-6 still goes. He's up 2-0. He can afford to take a little risk, but...
Yeah.
Because it ain't an easy out for the right side anyway.
Oh,
God,
man, I thought that
such a
ball was
nice touch. Oh,
yes,
jacked up over a ball.
Man.
He's probably shot jacked up over a ball a million times in his life.
I think you're probably right.
Wouldn't it be interesting if you could figure out how many times he's shot a shot?
I was thinking about that with the spot shot. I was just like, man, I wonder how many times Efren has missed a spot shot. And I'll bet it's kind of similar to Michael Jordan. You know, I mean,
right, when
he's missed more than most people have ever tried.
Right.
But, well, oh, man. All right, so probably just laying up to take that combo to get behind the 13.
Yeah.
He sees those so clearly. Hold up, sugar.
Look at that. And perfect
Oops,
angle.
perfect. Yep.
Perfect
Natural way to
angle,
get back
dude.
up for the 2 ball. He
Might go
even,
all the way
he
up
might-
for whatever that is, the
9.
1 or 9
Yep.
on the left. Nope, he didn't. Interesting. I thought he would have.
Yeah, it looked like a natural opportunity to do that.
He'll just Z-bank back over to it, though, now. Nope.
Laying up and taking. Oh, wait, that was it.
Oh,
I was
we missed
one
the ball,
behind.
so that's why we were wrong.
Oh, my gosh. What
What
an
a
out there for
match.
Efren Reyes. I tell you, the score does not dictate how that match went.
No,
Charlie
Charlie
Bryant
was
played
playing
terrific.
really strong at the beginning there. I didn't
Disappointing
get to see all
finish
the
for
games.
him. Yep. But Efren, man, really, really held it down. Amazing to watch him play. Man, thank you for
Did
joining me
he
in the
eight
booth.
out that?
Yes, he did.
I mean, good.
You should have seen the break. Watching the replay of this, I should have replayed more of that out.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, like we said, you're like, well, this is not an easy out, and that looked pretty easy to me. That's why he's the GOAT, man.
We should call him Yoda. I mean,
He's getting there. He
Yeah.
really is.
all right, great.
Well, man, Rick Jones, thank you for joining me here in the booth.
Yeah, no
This
problem.
is Summerfield and Rick with Bad Boys TV. Big thank you to OB Custom Cues, to Diamond Billiard Products, and Bad Boys TV, Billiard Shopping Network. Thanks for tuning in to the 2022 Derby City Classic.
Peace
We'll be
out.
back with a bunch more pool real soon.